What's up guys, it's Brian here. Today I'm bringing you guys a LEGO Star Wars Summer 2022 set review, and this is actually the only summer set I'm going to get so far. I'll get some of the other ones later on when they go on sale maybe, but for now, this is all I'm getting from the summer wave, and it's the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter set. Set number is 75333, contains 282 pieces, 3 brand new and exclusive minifigures, and retails for $30 in the United States. I am not sure if it is going to be affected by the upcoming price increases, so it may go up to $35. I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going to review this as a $30 set because that's what I paid for it, and I'm very excited to take a closer look with you guys at the figures and the build of this thing. So let's get straight into it. Now, while the minifigures are obviously a highlight, which we'll get to later, the build of the set's actually pretty good too. It's decent. I mean, it's pretty good for what it is. It looks just like Obi-Wan's fighter. It feels like a $30 type of set. It does have some gaps in the wings, which are kind of annoying, and the white plastic is a little bit translucent. And the only other thing that really bothers me is that the white sticker color is clearly different from the white plastic of the Lego piece. Like, those are two very different shades of white. That's just a quality control thing that is clearly a problem. I usually don't notice that as much, like the color matching with the stickers, but that's just bad. You can see it like from a distance. It's really not good. But we're starting out on a more negative front because the set itself does look pretty cool. I like the way that it's built. It's a Jedi Starfighter. We've gotten a ton of these. This is actually, I believe, the second version of this exact ship, like Obi-Wan's fighter from Episode 2. So I believe this is the second version we got. The first one was in the hyperdrive booster ring in 2017. Pretty standard control panel. Nothing special in there. The seat is pretty well designed. Let's see how we can fit Obi-Wan into it. The lightsaber can attach on one of 2 clips on the bottom. They give you two clips for some reason instead of 1, but that's cool. You get to put his lightsaber under there. His arms either have to go straight down or all the way up to fit into the cockpit. I'll show you what I mean. Because all the way up, that's just the way that his arms are sitting. It's hard to get him in there because it's kind of a narrow slot to fit his arms, or you have to put his arms all the way down to get him to fit in the cockpit. See, I got to go even farther down than his legs. So he can't really be touching the control panel per se, which, I mean, it's not a huge issue. I'm probably just going to display it like this, or maybe with the hands up. I haven't quite decided yet. Or maybe I'll take him out and display him separately because he's such a cool figure. But that's what he looks like in there. Very standard. One thing that's a little bit different from the previous versions of the ship, like the Anakin ship, which I'll show a little later as a comparison, is that obviously R4P17 has to be on the side and not in the top. So you can just simply remove R4's dome, put her, I believe it's a her, I'm just going to refer to her as a her, put her dome there, and then you can open up this little hatch and store the rest of R4's body in there. It's more of a convenience thing than anything else, but I like it as a feature because it means you don't have to like take the part of the minifigure and keep it somewhere else while you're putting it in flight mode. So that's what it looks like as it's intended to look with R4 next to it. You can also remove this little radar dish. I like that it's easily removable so that when the ship is in flight mode, it's nice and sleek, and you just see R4 there, as well as the blasters, which I don't like these new spring-loaded shooters because they are way uglier and way stronger than the last spring-loaded shooters. They shoot even farther, and they look even worse, but it's pretty easy to modify. That's just what the build looks like. So you can take that off and modify it however you like. But that's about it for the build. Lots of really good stickers throughout the whole thing. Lots of good, cool building techniques. I'll bring in the other ship just to compare it to this one. This is the Anakin ship from 2018. It is a little bit larger. It's a bit longer of a build. I'm just gonna put this down and then go for a little aerial view. I'm not sure how well you can tell on camera, but it is a little bit of a longer ship. I did kind of measure it out. It's a couple studs longer and a little bit bulkier, especially in the top section up here. I like more of the building techniques on this one than I do in this one. But that's kind of it. You can also modify these cannons as well. I haven't done that yet, but I think I'm going to after I finish this review. But the two look very nice together. Just having an Obi-Wan and Anakin ship next to each other, they're both iconic. If you have this one from 2018, they look really good together. And even if you don't have the Anakin one from 2018, this is still a great set from Attack of the Clones. But that's pretty much all I got to say for the build. let's take a look at the figures. And so the first figure we're going to take a look at in the set is R4P17. This is not a new character for LEGO, but this is a new version of this character. And she does have some darker printing on the dome than on the last version of R4. I'm pretty sure the last version of R4 had much lighter printing on the dome. The last one I remember came in the planet set, the Camino planet set with the mini version of this ship. That's what I remember R4 coming in. I missed that set, so I'm glad I have this one to have a proper R4P17 minifigure. Because if you're a fan of the prequels, you know, she's Obi-Wan's droid. So that's pretty much it. She's got some very nice printing on the front of the torso. No back torso printing, unfortunately. I hope that becomes standard eventually. Now that we've seen it with R2, we know that they can do it. So I hope that in the future it does eventually become standard. The dark print throws me off a little bit just because I always pictured the droid with lighter printing. But it's a nice print all around, and I like that it's a new version of R4 and not a recycled one. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Jedi Master himself, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this is a phenomenal figure. When they first started doing the printing that went down into the robe printing that went down into the legs, I was so hesitant about it because they never got it to look good, but they finally mastered this look. They did it a couple years ago pretty well with like Ki-Adi-Mundi. But this figure just looks really good, and it looks very much like his appearance in the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga game, which I think they might have been going for, but I just really like it, and I really like that they gave him a brand new face print as well, and it's a double-sided face. You've got the visible confusion face, just like the meme, and you've got a face with his little headset, so when he's flying in his ship, you can have him wearing his headset. It is very nice. Normally with these figures, I would say, I wish they came with a cape, but I don't even care with this one. He looks really good. The robe printing is very good. I'm glad they used brown legs instead of tan legs to get the whole thing to work. If the legs were dual molded, I guess it would have been cool to have like dark brown on the bottom and brown on the top, but that's just nitpicking. The set also does come with a hood piece for him, which is very good. I'm just so glad. It feels like they went above and beyond with this figure. But I really like they have this hood piece. And this is actually the first time I've gotten this hood piece in brown, so I'm excited for that as well. But very glad they went with that because he is wearing his hood in the Camino scenes because it's always raining on Camino, so he's got to have his hood. The one thing that I wish they did was, it's not really a knock against the figure. I wish they changed up this hairpiece because it's just not really accurate. And the hairpiece that I just can't help but wish they used is the hairpiece from the medieval blacksmith. Because I think that this hairpiece works great for Obi-Wan, especially in the Camino reign. I think this hairpiece really makes the figure look perfect. And if I can ever get a second one of this hairpiece, this might be the only set it comes in. I'm not sure, honestly. I'll have to look on Bricklink. If I can get a second one of this, I'll definitely be replacing his hair. Because I feel like this hairpiece is just perfect for Episode 2 Obi-Wan. So while I do like this hair, because it's just kind of a more classic look at this point, I feel like it could be a lot better with this other hairpiece, but I'm not going to complain too much because this figure really is extraordinary. And speaking of extraordinary minifigures, here's the last one that comes in the set, and it's Taun We. Finally, after 20 years, a Kaminoan figure, a Kaminoan LEGO minifigure. I'm glad that they didn't go with the rumored mini doll aesthetic they were looking for. I'm glad that was a fake rumor. This figure is perfect. I really, really can't think of anything they could have done more with this figure. And I'm almost glad they didn't make a Kaminoan sooner, because they used all their modern techniques to make this figure look so good. It's got printing on the top of her head for the little crown that she wears. And I think this head is dual molded because of the sand blue with the white. And the skirt piece that's only been around for like 4 or 5 years. They couldn't have done this when the set was, when this piece was introduced. And I think they've only been printing on this piece within the last couple of years. So this really is a perfect minifigure. And I don't think that it's too short or too tall or anything. I think the height works fine for the LEGO system. Because, listen, LEGO figures are not to scale with each other. Like, R4P17 is not up to the Kaminoan's neck, and neither is Obi-Wan up to a Kaminoan head like that. But it fits with the LEGO system so well. It doesn't look wonky or anything. I'm glad they didn't use, like, the long torso for the Avatar figures. It's just perfect. It's really, really good, and there's nothing more I can say about this figure. I don't have a single nitpick for it. It's just that good. None of the extra pieces that come with the set are specialized in any way, but I did want to show you the sticker sheet because it is a significant amount of stickers, and some of them can be a little tricky to apply, but it's not, like, it doesn't feel egregious for the $30 set, and the detail that they add really is, it really is a big part of the set. So if you're going to leave off the stickers, I wouldn't recommend that. It's a very good sticker sheet, and there's very good details that get added with the stickers. Now, I know for a fact that most of my viewers out there are prequel fans, and if that is one of you, you definitely should get this set. I mean, it's one of the sets that we've wanted to have for a while, specifically because of this Cam and Owen figure. I think if the set didn't have the Cam and Owen figure, and if you had the set from 2018 or 2017, the booster ring set, whenever it came out, I think you'd be able to skip this set. But honestly, the inclusion of Taun We makes this set a must get. And I don't usually say that because, you know, I think the set, you know, $30. You're paying $30 for a minifigure? No, you're getting a new Obi-Wan, a new R4P17, a new version of a ship that we've only gotten a few of. I think the 2017 one was the only version we got, and that was a $100 set because it came with the big booster ring and because it came with Jango and Boba Fett and all that too. But this is a cheap way to get a good vehicle. If you have the 2018 Anakin fighter, you need to have this one side by side. I mean, it's like peanut butter and jelly. They go together so well. But this is really a set that you should get. If you see it for 30 bucks, I think you're going to get your money's worth for it based on the standards that, you know, LEGO has today. I do think the ship itself has its quirks. I don't like some of the design compared to the Anakin ship as much. And obviously the quality is going down with a little bit of the color match stuff on the ship and on the stickers. But that's just nitpicking because it really is a great set. It's going to go nice on display. And these are some figures that you just need to have for your collection. So that's going to just about do it. I'm not going to ramble on anymore about this thing. Go out and buy it if you see it before the price jumps up to $35, if that does indeed end up happening. Leave this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below, and be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks again for watching. This has been Brian from Watermelon Studios. Peace out, guys.